Hey there, Aries. Welcome to your reading. It is the mid-July success reading. You have the card of the communicator. This is Mercury-driven energy. It is here to remind you that your words have power. That when used for the highest good of all, they will help you to lift others up, and in helping others, you help yourself. And so there is a gift, the gift of gab, they're saying, which is really fun. All right, so we're going to do a 9-card spread. We'll see how this communication skill of yours comes into play. I do want to encourage you. I'm actually recording this in the light of that new moon that is happening in Cancer, and you have the Cancer card at the center. So I am recording this now, and so this is a cycle. This mid-month is kicking off a cycle of reflection over the rest of the year, and setting us up for where we want to take things over the course of the rest of this decade. And so with the outgoing card being the moon, this new moon, I hope you took advantage of it, but you'll be seeing this on Tuesday, and the new moon just happened on Monday. So you're still in the light of the moon. Use that energy to bring in what it is that you are seeking, what it is that you are guiding. You have the card of strength. You have a lot of major arcana here, important ones in important spaces. And so let's take a look here. First off, words have power, right? And you have the Chariot. And the Chariot is a reminder to always use your conscious mind in alignment with your subconscious mind. And so it's not only the words that you speak to others, but it's the words that you speak to yourself, about your hopes, about your goals, about your dreams. So it's things that you say that are in sort of like, I never have enough money will, mean that you will never have enough money. But if you say, I always have more than enough and there's more on the way, then that is what the universe says, oh, okay, and they create that for you. And so you are the co-creator with spirit of your reality. You are working through, I can see, so success could be in romance, and I do see some romance cards showing up here, okay? It could be in romance. It could be in any personal goal that you've set for yourself. So if you've set a goal about a health situation, or romance and partnership, or business or career moves, okay? But I have to say, when I'm looking at here, I feel like for you guys, there's something around the energy of a relationship that has you wondering if and when. But let's see what the other cards are that come out here. Okay. So you have the Netcaster. Preparation comes to fruition. Stranger curiosity and forgiveness. Repairing the veil. All right, yeah. I think for some of you guys that there's a romantic situation. Here's why. What have you been seeking information around? We have the Two of Cups. Okay, so it's almost as though you're doing that, maybe online dating or something like that, or you're asking your friends, who do you know that might be interested, or there's a stranger, though. It's a curiosity. So this isn't going back to someone. We have Venus moving into retrograde at the end of this week, and so for many of us, exes may come back, but this is about somebody new. It could be, no, it feels like somebody new. It really does. I don't see, it feels like somebody new. Okay, so 9 of Wands is here in how do you transform the situation. It says to protect the fruits of your labor, prepare for possible challenges that lie ahead, and environmental conservation. Environmental conservation, when we're talking about matters of success, is that are you using your resources wisely? Right? So resources are your time, it's your knowledge, your wisdom, it's your financial situation, of course, and it's your emotional energy, in particular when I look at this. So are you using your resources wisely? And so one of the wisest ways we use it is through this card of forgiveness. Where did I see this? This card of forgiveness is forgiving yourself and forgiving others for any situation that has already occurred about us not being perfect, right? So we are divine, having a human experience. It is here to learn and to grow. And so as we navigate through these difficult times, and here we have this Three of Swords, this Three of Winter card here in the challenge, as we are healing in our own heart the things that are happening. Chiron turns retrograde this week. I think on the 22nd or the 23rd. So Chiron's going to station retrograde also. It's a chance to go back and heal any of the wounding of the inner child. Chiron will be moving from 19 degrees back to 15 degrees in retrograde, and so these are the areas where we're integrating, where we're learning how, where we're figuring out how to do this. And so there's a little bit of reworking that needs to be done around our inner child and taking care of ourselves and believing in ourselves and coming up with this confidence. And remember, the key here is this Chariot. Success comes from dedication and self-discipline. Celebrate your accomplishments and an opportunity to be in the spotlight. And so as you are moving forward and you keep everything in alignment with what it is that you want and taking actions that relate to that, right? And so they start with how you communicate. So just as a reminder, you know, when you go out on a date with somebody new, they really don't care. They don't want to know. They really don't want to. They might ask. They probably don't really want to know all the details of your other relationships. Sometimes if they're asking on the first date these things, I don't like that energy. I don't like that energy because I feel like that is too much information for someone to be mining for in the first date. And so I wonder about their sense of curiosity. Although you being a fire sign, you are likely to be dating someone with air, and air is very inquisitive. So conversation, yes, but I would say you might not want to reveal all the nitty-gritty details, because then what happens when we start talking about that, we get back into that emotional energy. And here we have the King of Cups as the thing that can drain your energy. The King of Cups could be, it's when you, so out of balance, this would be an out of balance King of Cups here, is when we allow ourselves to get knocked off kilter by the waves of emotion that come through. So the King of Cups in balance is very calm and steady and very emotionally, you know, straight up here. But when you guys are on a date and someone is asking about your ex and you start talking, when we communicate, the words we speak is what we manifest the feelings of, right? And so when we say we are not worthy, we're not good enough, we can't do anything, then that's how we feel. And so that's what we create, because it's the heart that creates. And so when you're speaking about your ex relationships and stuff, and you get back into the nitty gritty details of all the things that happen, you start feeling again, and now you're manifesting that energy around you again, when what you really want to do is to cast a wide net and to try to bring in new opportunities. This net caster here, preparation come to fruition, makes me laugh, because I really do feel like you're like swipe, 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 you know. And so it's okay. I think dating should be fun, and dating is not a relationship. Dating is fun, right? Those dates, those initial dates. So try to stay out of giving away too much information too early, because it'll drag you back into that. And instead explore the opportunities and the joy and the fun of being with somebody new. Allow your curiosity to come through. This card is strength as your overall energy is. I think it's hard, right? And so you go out and you have a good time, and then you go home though, and you have to remember to focus on having had a good time and to let the other stuff go. And if you know what, if you're dating a lot, and be willing to say to somebody on the first date, I don't think I want to see you again, but I really enjoyed myself tonight. I just don't see this as the way to go. So I do think that it's important that you're real honest with yourself and don't waste your time, because again, that Nine of Spring in the energy of how do you transform the situation, it's about managing your resources wisely, and your resources are your time and your energy. And I remember one summer I did a lot of dating, and I had like I think it was like 6 dates in 9 days. And if I didn't think it was going to work, I said so immediately. But I did try to enjoy the time we had, but I did not waste my time on like I did. No. So here, plan your next steps with the eyes to the long term. This is the advice to take. Plan your next steps with your eyes to the long term. Have patience, okay? So I feel like when I see cast a wide net, when I see stranger curiosity, I see you're still in the healing process. Chiron's in retrograde. You're working through something. I think that this month you're going to meet the love of your life? No, I actually don't. But I do think that you can have a lot of fun. And I think you can use the energy of fun and enjoyment to work with to help heal where it is you go, and for you to understand that you are worth all the things that you deserve, all the things that you desire. You're deserving of what you desire. Okay, so plan your next steps with an eye to the long term. Have patience. There are more good things to come. Satisfaction from a job well done. So if this is not about love for you, if this is about a career move, it feels like there's something like a partner, a business partner, something that didn't work out, that really didn't fit in right, and you have the opportunity here to look for someone that's more, so maybe you have a business and you had a distributor and that really wasn't working. They weren't getting the things to you on time. You weren't able to use those parts and pieces when you needed them. There's a better option out there. So you need to be curious and go out and look for new opportunities, new vendors, right? That can do this. And so that's almost like a dating process, where you're trying this out. Well, before you sign the contract, I want to send what you got. Let's see how this goes. I don't want to make a long-term commitment. I have an eye on long-term. I'd love to have a long-term partnership, but not actually committing to it, because right now we're in the initial stages of trying to figure out if this is a good partnership, right? And so this could be a business. This could be a job, where you, sometimes when you work for a temp agency, you can go in and you can work someplace for a while. And then, if it works out, then you can, move from being temp to permanent with them. And so it feels, again, it's like a dating situation. It may not be a romantic dating situation, right? But the necessary component here is your emotional balance. Your emotional balance. Here in the area of resources, right? Your time, your emotional energy, you have the page, right? The page of summer. It's called the Princess of Summer here, Page of Cups. A new relationship or emotional experience. Invitations to social events, a compassionate friend you can share your concerns with. And again, a friend sharing your concerns with, great. Someone that you are just meeting on the dates, not so much. I really can't advise you enough not to do that. And then in the heart space, you have the card of renewal. The card, it's 20, it's the judgment card, but this is a renewal. They chose this deck for a reason, Spirit did. Review the past and the present. So all these retrogrades are starting to line up, right? Saturn's in retrograde, Neptune's in retrograde, Chiron is going to go retrograde, Venus is turning retrograde this week, and then we have somebody else turning retrograde before too long. And so we have a lot of Jupiter and Uranus. I think they're both going retrograde. And so we have all these, by the end of the year, all these planets are like doing their retrograde thing. And so between now and the end of the year, you have an opportunity to really do a lot of reviewing and revising and figuring out. And so don't be in a hurry. Use this energy the way it's intended, to review, to revise, to regenerate, to renew. Renew the commitment to yourself about what is important to you and who you are. So you have the card of challenges. Take time out from problems or conflicts, or approach softly to avoid making matters worse, right? You have the card of being patient here. You have the card of renewal. You have this card of strength that says the grace and inner strength needed to overcome challenges, the power of kindness and forgiveness coming up again. This is a process where we are not so hard on ourselves for having not done everything the way we think we should have done it. It was a learning and growth experience. And so instead, if you could take the lesson from it and learn and grow, and honestly, once we learn to be more compassionate toward ourselves, being compassionate to others becomes a walk in the park. So time to embrace how wonderful you are, and you have the card of deservingness. You are a beloved child of God like everyone else, and you deserve to receive the support that will allow you to focus upon your divine life purpose. Even if you can't yet recognize your lovable qualities, trust God and the angels will see how amazing you truly are. As I'm recording this, the North Node is moving into your sign. So for the next year and a half, you're undergoing a major renovation. And so even though I've been saying till the end of the year, I really think you should give yourself a full 2 years to renovate whatever it is. That doesn't mean that you won't have relationships along the way, that you won't be trying things, but cast this wide net. Try things out. It's a try before you buy it kind of situation. Don't rush headlong into a committed situation, because things are going to be shifting and changing for you a lot over the course of the next year and a half or so. I'm sorry, I know you can hear that. They must be cleaning the carpet somewhere in the buildings. Hold on, I can't stand it. I'm going to have to shut the window. Well, that is only slightly better, because as soon as I shut the window, they kicked it into high gear, and it's in the building next door. But we're almost done here anyway. So, this renewal, it says, review the past and the present so you can plan a bright new future. This year and a half, the North Node in your sign is your opportunity to recalibrate and to figure out what is of value to you, what is important to you, where it is you want to go from here. The following year and a half will be the integration process, and so it is a bit of a space that you're going to be working through here, but it's worth it in the long run if you learn to value yourself. So this communication, I feel like this is communicating to yourself about your own sense of value and worth and what it is that you need. So understanding your life purpose, releasing judgment of yourself and others. And this is in the heart space moving forward. And the outgoing card here, what do you anchor into? And it says, and okay, so the moon. The North Node, the node is the node of the moon, right? Where the energy of the moon rotating around the earth intersects with where the earth is rotating around the sun. And so this creates the nodal access points. And it's a point of destiny and fate. Okay, so you have the moon here to anchor into. So yes, we have a new moon right now that's got a 6.5-year cycle that's just starting. If you haven't checked out your new moon reading, you should do that. But also you have the North Node of the moon starting a 1.5-year cycle for you. Powerful, intuitive epiphanies. Letting go of worry and fear and understanding the truth of the situation. And the truth is, you deserve what you desire. All right, Aries, you guys take really good care of yourselves, all right? And I'll see you back here real soon. Be sure to hit the thumbs up and support this channel. I truly appreciate that. And if you know anybody that would like this information that you think would benefit, thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. You guys take great care. Talk to you again soon.